I bet. How everybody doing today? Everybody good?
Good, good.
Good, man. Good.
For sure. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So yeah, man. So today we're just gonna get into, the steps and process you guys need to take before you know, apply for your LLC. A lot of the times, people don't understand that it's certain things you got to put in position first before you go get your LLC, right? A lot of the time, individuals just go and apply for their LLC, not really understanding what to do before they apply, right? So I'm gonna be getting into the steps and process to take before you set up your LLC. Because the thing is, if you just set up an LLC and you don't have these steps and process in place, the bank is not going to take you serious if you go try to get a loan, right? They look for certain things, right, to determine if you're a serious business or not. Because a lot of people be making LLCs and just, anybody can get up and go make a LLC, right? But it's about how you look on paper that really matters to the bank, right? So structuring things properly is the best way to go when applying for your LLC, right? I'm pretty sure a lot of people on this call probably already have an LLC, um, but you probably just went to the Secretary of State and applied for it, right? Not knowing, there's a certain things you got to put in position before you apply for it, right? Everybody is a victim to it. If you don't know, you don't know, right? So I'm gonna be going into details. I put together a slideshow for you guys. So let me actually pull up that slideshow to go over every single thing more in detail, step by step, to make sure we are correct. And I didn't really edit this slideshow, by the way. So if there's some like spelling mistakes in there, yeah, that's why. All right, so let's get into it. Let's get into it. So don't file your LLC until you do these, right? Number one, choose a proper business name, right? So you don't want to get blacklisted or limited or limit your business from simply choosing the wrong business name, right? Do not use a business name that's very specific. For example, if you are into real estate, you don't want to do John Real Estate, LLC.com, right? If you are if you're a credit repair guy, you don't want to say Julius Credit Repair LLC, right? You don't want to use a specific name in your LLC. You want to leave it very broad, right? Like for example, let's say Apple, right? When you hear Apple, you don't think computer. It's Apple is a brand, right? When you think about Walmart, you don't think about it selling shirts. You just think Walmart, right? Target, right? You don't think, damn, that's a grocery store. You're just like, okay, it's the Target. What's the Target? Whatever, right? So these big companies, they know these things, right? They know these different ways to position your business as far as the name, because that's the number one way you could get denied. The bank, first thing first, they're gonna look at your business name. So name your business something that doesn't mean anything. Like I said, for example, Starbucks. That doesn't necessarily mean coffee. And I'm gonna get more into details as to why you don't want to use your business name in your LLC as we move forward, so you guys can have a clear understanding. And if you guys have any questions as I go, feel free to stop me and ask, right? If you want to know why specifically, as to why am I doing it this way, or what's going on, what's the process behind it, you can ask me at any time. But I'm gonna try my best to try to make it make sense for you guys. It's all about looking good on paper. That's what it comes down to, right? You want to look good on paper for these banks, especially if you're opening up a new LLC, right? So yeah, so adding a risky business type into your business name will trigger financing denials, right? For example, let's say if you're a Bills bonds man, right? You don't want to put Bills by ABC Bills bonds in your LLC, right? Because you don't know if that's a high risk business or not, right? I'm gonna give you guys the website for you to go on to be able to check to see if these certain things, these different names are high risk businesses, right? Like for example, bill bonds, that's a high risk business. A lot of businesses you guys don't may think is not high risk, like real estate and trucking and all of these different things. They are high risk businesses in the bank eyes. So you don't want to associate whatever business that you're doing with your name because you don't want to get denied off the bat just by them looking at your name, right? You want to give your business a fighting chance to get funding. So you have to play by their rules. Like for example, right? Like Turo, right? When you hear about Turo, it's a made up name. They just made that name up, right? And you don't think about a car sharing platform. Like Airbnb is another good example. Airbnb, there's nothing that says real estate or anything in that name. It's just a random name that it just somebody just put together, Airbnb, right? And not everybody associated with short-term rentals, right? But on paper, they look good because bank is not looking at their name on paper and associating it with something, right? It's just like what Airbnb, it could be anything. So the takeaway from what I just said, so lending institution identify higher risk industry based upon your SIC code and your NAIC code, along with reviewing of your business name. When you put a certain name on your business, they automatically associated with a certain code. That code might be considered a high risk industry, right? So now your business is off the bat. They just look at your name and you're done, right? Just by looking at your name and associating it with a certain code, your chances of getting funds is done off the back, just like that. So business name is very important. Do you guys have any questions for me so far?
Keep going.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So keep your financing options open and avoid automatic turndowns and delay by carefully selecting your SIC code and your NAICS code. So just make sure that name is good to at least give you a fighting chance, pretty much. I'm gonna go off the top. I don't want to just read because when I read it throw me off. So I'm gonna just go off the top. All right, next step. So you guys want to make sure to choose the right NAICS code, right? NAICS stands for North American Industry Classification Code. You can get that code at naics.com. There are low risk codes to choose no matter what industry your business is in. So, for example, even if you do real estate, you want to choose these specific codes, whether it's management, consultant, enterprise. These are the codes that the banks are looking for, right? So even if you do trucking or high risk business, before you even apply for your LLC, you want to go to NAICS. Make sure you associate that business. You find a business code that's not high risk, and associate that business code with your business. Even if your business is not consulting, on paper, consulting looks like a good business to the bank, right? What I'm doing right now is consulting. Anything is consulting. You can consult somebody about renting a car. You can consult somebody about buying a house. You can consult somebody about their issues, whatever issues, relationship issues they got going on, right? Consulting is very broad, bank like consulting. And let's say even if your business is not consulting, it's not you're not doing anything unethical. You're not being deceitful, right? Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what your code is. You just want to look good on paper. The bank doesn't care what it is that you're doing. They just want to see that you're looking good on paper if you want to qualify for funding, right? That's what it comes down to at the end of the day. Looking good on paper. So this code is very important, right? Because this is the code they're going to ask you for if you go open up a business checking account. They're going to ask you for your NAICS code. If you don't already have that code, they're going to just assume based upon, let's say you go in there, you say, John, real estate company. They're going to just give you a code, real estate, right? So now you're associated with that code. Now your chances of getting funding is low because what? Because you don't have the right code, right? Does that make sense? Am I making sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's very important. You're not lying. Let's say, for example, Albert, you want to do the towing truck business, right? Before you even go get that LLC, you want to make sure you check out the NAICS code, right? Uh,
Mhm.
that might be a high risk business. It might be. So you don't want to use that code. You don't want to associate that code with your business name. These are the codes you want to associate. You can say management, right? Consulting, enterprise, logistics. Those are the codes that you want to associate your business with, right? When you go open up your business bank account, they're going to ask you for this code. They're going to say, what's your NAICS code? You just want to give them the consulting code. And you don't want to name your business Albert Towing Company because they're gonna say, okay, it's a towing company. You just gave your business name up right away. But if you name it something very broad that they won't even know what it is, you can get away with it.
Yeah.
I hope I'm coming clear. I hope I'm coming across clear to you guys.
Basically, you gotta come up with a unique name that's not just common with your name or something. Just something brainstorming that's actually gonna be catching.
Most definitely, most definitely. Brainstorm, come up with a name. Do not associate your business name with whatever it is that you're doing because you're limiting your funding options. Because that name might be considered a high risk business name in the bank's eyes. So just that by them looking at your name, deny it right away. You're not even giving your business a fighting chance to get a loan.
I got a question. I don't mean to interrupt, but I got a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so um I was uh I was scrolling through social media and which sometimes that's not the best thing to do, but I was looking at like this video, this guy was talking about a NASIC code. It's an NA, what is it? NASCIS
Yeah,
or something like that.
NAIC, yeah, that's the same code I'm talking about. NAICS.
Yeah, and they were saying like for instance, like I'm big on like the trucking industry. I would love to get into trucking, but or just transportation in general. And the like those codes for like those type of industries are high risk. And
Right.
they were saying though that like trying to like what is trying to like associate a certain code with that will possibly, I mean, you can't really get around it because you're still gonna be in that certain industry, but is there a certain code that you could use to like kind of mask the industry you're in so that way, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. So you can use logistics, right? You can use logistics. That's a low risk industry, right? Management, consulting, enterprise, logistics. If you have these things in your business name, bank look at it as a low risk industry.
So you can use consulting. So if I have a truck and I have the whole MC, the DOT, all that, the whole 9 yards,
Yeah.
but I'm using the code of consulting.
Yeah, and then you don't put in your business name anything that has to do with trucking. You come up with a brand new business name that has nothing to do with trucking, and you use the consulting NAICS code. And you're not doing nothing unethical because at the end of the day, you're looking good on paper to get funding. Obviously, once you get that funding, you're going to put it into your trucking business. Whatever you do with that money has nothing to do with the bank as long as you in good terms with them, right? So you want to just position it so you can look good on paper. A lot of the times people get it back, people don't understand They just go apply for an LLC right away, not knowing you got to put these things in order. You have to understand these things. You got to look good on paper for the bank. You're forming that LLC to get the funds so you could grow your business, right? But like I said, you got to play by the rules. You have to play by the rules. A lot of the time, people don't know this information, right? This information is not something that everybody do. Everybody, a lot of people got LLCs, right? But I bet you guys didn't know this information. You guys just probably went to Secretary of State and was like, oh, I do this. So
Listen,
this is
I
what I'm,
got
yeah, go ahead.
it make a comment. So listen, right? So for the towing, right? You can say, I mean, you don't gotta be an end. Say like if you brainstorm and then you pull towing at the back of the end. But like necessarily towing don't necessarily mean just cause at the end. I mean, if I don't put my name, but that don't mean like I'm actually just towing a car. It could mean just it's like a brand wise. Cause what if like I'm selling car parts, and then it's like I'm selling cars, but I just the tone just like it's like the main branding, cause but you can still say like copyright tone or something, right? But even though it's a tone at the end, but it's like you're not actually tone consistently, but you it's just tone just to say you tone certain, but you can still within the business be doing stuff within your truck.
Yeah. But if you add the towing and use like I, for example, right? Mechanic, that's a high risk business. You see what I'm saying? So if you're saying you're fixing cars, so that's what I'm saying. You don't even want to take the risk. You can go check on the NAICS website to see if whatever business that you're doing, if it's high risk, right? But I'm just giving you, there's a lot of people don't know what's high risk and what's not high risk. So for you to limit that, you don't even want to add anything that's associated with your business to your business name because you're limiting yourself. You see what I'm saying? Because if you go get, let's say you go to ABC Bank, they might consider towing or mechanic a high risk business. So off the back, you're not getting no funds. You didn't even give your business a chance to get any money, right? Because you have that in your name and they're considering that a high risk business. So it's better when you just come up with a name. And really, I'm gonna put you guys onto game. You want to look up, you guys need to start learning Latin. Start putting your name in Latin names. Look up certain things in Latin because the bank speak Latin. So if you really want to look good on paper, free game. Look up fancy words in Latin and come up with something, right? That's free game right there. Come up with your own name. Come up with something that nobody ever heard of. Make something up or put two words together. A lot of businesses, a lot of big businesses, like for example, Walmart. That's his name, Sam Walton and some whoever Mart, right? They put it together, Walmart, right? So you guys just got to be real creative. If and I'm telling you, you could still have the trucking, right? But I'm saying if you want to go get funding, you can have the trucking businesses use your own money. You can have the trucking in your name and fund it yourself, right?
So
But
that's like, is that like, so that's like, it's almost like concept like you changing your name, but you still your own person.
pretty much,
Okay.
right? You the same person, right? But you're just looking good on paper so you can get the loans from the bank. At the end of the
Uh,
day, it's about what the bank think, how they feel.
Listen. So what if your business been open for years? Don't that counts too?
Yeah, if your business been open for years, what you can do, you can open up an S corp and then do business as underneath
Okay.
that S corp. You see what I'm saying? You could do business as and then just use the S corp, like come up, open up an S corp, right? But that S corp should not be anything that has to do with trucking or anything or any, right? Come up with another name as the S corp. And then since your business is already aged, you don't want to, you have that on your side. You have the age on your side. So you don't want to get rid of that business. You just want to put it underneath another business and do business as. So if you go open up an S Corp right now and you name it Albie, right? You name it Albie, right? The bank don't know what Albie means. You're doing business underneath Albie as the trucking business, right? But when you go on paper, you're gonna say my business name is Albie when you go get the loans.
But you can but that can go you felt like 2 seconds, right? You can always change if I was like you just said like the other name, I can change that in the 2 seconds, right?
Right.
As
So that's the thing, right? That's why I'm giving you guys this information because a lot of the times people just get up and go do the LLC and not knowing how to structure their business to get funding. You see
cause
what I'm saying?
cause they don't be cause probably cause they don't be thinking about funding. They don't be thinking that far. They probably just be thinking about just getting the business. They don't be thinking about getting money or that extra shit. Don't know
That's
the
what I'm
back end of
saying.
that.
Right. Because they're not there. It's all about mindset. When you start a new business, obviously you want to get funds to expand that business. The reason why small businesses fail is due to lack of capital. Right? If you using your money and your money run out, you're gonna run out of business. But if you have access to the bank money, you can just go get some more money from the bank and tell them, hey, I need a little bit more money to put this in position. Right? So at the end of the day, it's very important that you structure your business to get funding. You don't want to use your own money for your business. No matter how bad you want to name whatever, you got to look good for the bank. It's about when that paper get in front of them, is about how they perceive it. Does that make sense? You guys have any questions before I continue? All right, awesome. All right, so next step. So once you figure out the business name, right? And mind you, you're doing all of this before you even apply for an LLC. Once you figure out the business name and everything like that, you need a virtual address, right? If you don't already have a brick and mortar location, you need a virtual address. You need this first. You don't want to get this later because when you're filing your LLC, they're going to ask you for your business address. So you want to go get the virtual address first. So then when you file it for your LLC, you already have a virtual address. Most of the time, people do it backwards. They go jump and get the LLC first and then try to do all of these things. Well, you already put your home address on there. You know what I'm saying? So now you got to go back in and try to change things around. Bank don't like that. They want to see you structuring it from the beginning the right way. So you want to go get a virtual address off the back so you can use that virtual address when you're applying for your LLC. And I'm gonna put you guys onto another free game. When you're looking for your virtual address, get it around banking areas. Get it around areas where they have a lot of credit unions. If you find offices, virtual offices, and you see there's credit unions by, get that address. You want your address, your virtual address, to be in a good area code. All of these things matter, right? Anybody have any questions about the address? No question?
Nope.
All right, awesome. So the next thing you guys want to do before you go apply for your LLC, get a professional email address. You can go to GoDaddy.com to get a professional email address. You want something that's .com, .org, .net. You don't want to use a Gmail for your business address, email address. That don't look professional to banks at all. Any questions before I continue? Another thing is get a professional phone number, right? You guys can go to ringcentral.com to get this different sites, right? Vonage, Opus, virtualoffices.com, right? Get a professional phone number. You don't want to use your actual cell phone number for your business, right? Once you get that number, you either want to get a 1-800 number or a local number, or you can get both. But once you get that business number, you want to list it. You want to list it on 411, right, for public records. Because when the bank want to look you up, they're going to look you up in public records and listing your listing your business phone number on 411, put you in public records for them to see, okay, this number is associated with this business. So these things are very important when you're structuring your LLC to get funded. Everything that I'm going over, if you guys miss one of these things, it could be the difference between you getting approved for some funding or denied. Do you guys have any questions before I continue? No questions? Awesome. Straightforward. All right, so once you guys put all of those things in position, now it's time to file your LLC, right? Because now when you go file your LLC, you already have those things to be able to structure your LLC. You already have a phone number. You already have an address. Obviously, they're going to ask you for a business address when you're structuring your LLC. Now you have a virtual office, a professional location that you can put on your LLC that's congruent with your business. Now you have a phone number. They're going to ask you for your business phone number. Now you have all the right things, right? They're going to ask you for the industry the business is in, the NAICS code. So now you guys have all of those things. Now you can go apply for your LLC. It's going to be seamless. You guys have any questions before I continue? Is all of this making sense? I know everybody's on mute.
Makes sense to me.
All right, awesome. And another important thing, if you guys want to get funding, is making sure make sure all your information match across the board, right? So let's say if you open up an LLC, let's say you open up Desmond LLC or whatever, right? If that's what your business is, you want to make sure that's the name across all over everywhere, down to Brad Street, that, when you register with the Secretary of State, when you get your EIN number, you don't want to miss one letter in your business. Some people forget they register so-and-so LLC, and then somewhere else, they won't put in the LLC, right? Those are two different businesses. One is LLC and one is not. So the bank is going to think you're a fraud, like you're trying to copy somebody's business because you're not congruent across the board. Right? So you guys want to make sure your business name is congruent. Whatever you use, exactly how you spell it out.
Hey,
go ahead.
Not cutting you off. One time I did that shit trying to renew my shit, and I misspelled something. They took my money, but they didn't get that shit back. I had to redo it because it was the wrong shit. It wasn't my business. Even though it is similar confirmation, but it just wasn't the right. I didn't put the right shit, so it was just they couldn't do nothing about it.
Fact. So everything I'm telling you is 110%.
Yeah.
All right. So yes, you want to make sure that name is congruent because they're gonna look at you, they're gonna think you're doing fraud or something, right? They're gonna think you're trying to copy somebody else's business and you want to make it similar to their business, right? If they go over here to see this is different, that is different, that is different, they're gonna say, all right, this person is not, this person, it's iffy, right? This person don't look like they got their ducks in a row. They're all over the place, right? Mind you, these people, the bank, they're trying to give you money. So they're going to do the diligence to make sure that you have the knowledge to even structure your business the right way before they even consider giving you money. Mind you, they're going to deny you just off the back but off your business name. They're going to look at your business name and say, all right, high risk, on to the next. So you guys want to put these things in position to give your business a fighting chance to get loans, your LLC.
Is it like an individual? A lot of these applications, loan applications, do they go through some form of like like a computerized how do you say it? Like like instead of an actual, back in the day, they used to have like people look over applications and shit. Now do they have like certain criteria where a computer looks at,
Yep,
certain criteria off of an application?
most definitely. They for a fact have underwriting system in the back end that you gotta pass. You gotta look good on paper, right? They want to make sure that, okay, if this person coming in, they at least have the business knowledge enough to structure their business the right way. If you don't have that, if you don't even have the knowledge to structure your business the right way, why should I give you money? You see what I'm saying? Why would I give you my money if I'm looking like, your business is not even structured? You just got up one morning, created an LLC. Now you want funds from me. First of all, you don't even, I don't, you, I'll pull up your location and it's showing me a residential area. Is that your house? Okay. You're not, you're not getting nothing. Deny off the back. Or I pull up your business name and I see is in the high risk industry. Deny. I'm not even gonna look at the next page. You see what I'm saying? So pretty much you're just structuring yourself to look good on paper before you even go apply for your LLC. All right, awesome. Any questions before I continue? Nope. All right, on to the next. All right, so 2 documents you need once you file your LLC. So you need a registered agent, right? You don't want to be filing your LLC by yourself. You don't want to be your own registered agent. That don't look professional. You guys need a registered agent. So there's this site that actually, you guys can file on that can give you that registered agent. Inc.authority.com, right? They're gonna do your LLC for free and they're gonna not charge you for a registered agent. They're gonna give it to you for free. Right. So if you file in your LLC and you need a registered agent, go to Inc.authority.com. Right. These are the things that I'm just giving you guys, the things that the bank look for. I'm giving you guys the sauce on how to pass underwriting if you need a loan with your LLC. How to structure your business the right way if you need a loan for your LLC. And another document that you guys need is you want to make sure you have an operating agreement. Right? So an operating agreement is just a form that just structuring out your business. The reason why you guys want to operate an agreement, let's say, for example, if your credit score is bad, you can have somebody sign on your behalf for your business with a good credit score, and you guys can get loans. You can put that person in your operating agreement. But nobody credit score should be bad if you're in this group. Right? Because you got all the connections to get your credit right, to get your credit repaired. But if you don't, things happen in life. So if your credit is not where it needs to be, you probably got other individuals that you may be starting a business with that got good credit. So you having that operating agreement, you can, you guys can structure the business out to where you can have that person co-sign on your behalf to get the loans. Do you guys have any questions for me? No questions at all. I guess I'm doing amazing. So everything is, I must be very clear. Because if you guys don't have no questions, that means I'm coming across like amazing. That's good. All right, awesome. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. It's not no rocket science, right? It's not nothing fancy, nothing too like, oh, this is out of the ordinary. Nah, it's just certain things that the bank is gonna look for. And if you don't have those things in position, that's a big turnoff to them. That's a huge turnoff to them. I'm gonna go through the list quickly one more time so you guys understand.
Bet,
Like,
bet, bet, bet,
Okay.
bet,
What's
bet.
the
Hey,
what's the
hey, Julius.
correlation? Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
Hey, so the operating agreement that's different than like a business plan, right?
yeah. That's different. That's after you. Yeah, that's different. The operating agreement is just pretty much what's going to be how your business operated, structuring not how your business is going to operate.
And with your virtual address, like where you purchase that from? Like, is there sites?
Yeah. So with your virtual, I actually have the sites on here. Where is that? From opusvirtualoffices.com right here. If you want to write this down, screenshot, whatever you want to do, go ahead and do it now. All right, awesome. You got it?
Yeah.
I bet. All right. So what was you gonna say, Des?
Um, so the correlation between your personal credit and your business credit. So when you're opening up this LLC, you're well, first off, we open up the LLC. Do you have to have 2 years of business
When you're
to I mean, I know there's ways around it, but typically we always hear like you have to be in business for 2 years in order to get funding and whatnot like that.
yeah, that's like when you're trying to get like high limit funding, you definitely got to be in business for 2 years, right? But there's certain banks out there that do no docs that you can just have your LLC as long as you're structured properly. There's certain banks out there that you can go to and certain credit unions that you can go to and get funding off the back if you're structured properly. Did that answer your question?
Yeah, yeah. So okay, all right. All right. So my bad, my bad. I got a little
No, you're good.
distracted. So when it comes to my personal credit, automatically I have to because essentially you would use your personal credit because I mean you don't have any business credit established, right?
Right. So
Okay.
a lot of the times they're gonna want to personally guarantee you're using your personal credit. A lot of the banks. That's why the personal credit is very important. The end of the day is the number one thing you guys should be trying to work on. If your personal credit is not where it needs to be, that's what you should be working on right now. Trying to get your personal credit to where it needs to be. Because you can just get loans just in your personal name. Did that answer your question though, bro?
Yeah, that did. That definitely did. Appreciate that.
Awesome. So yeah, so I'm gonna go through the list one more time, so you guys can if you want to take notes, whatever you want to do. And also I'm gonna have this recording in the community group as well if you guys want to go back and rewatch it for the people that wasn't able to make the call today. So first thing first, choose the proper business name, right? We went over that. You want to make sure you don't have your industry in your business name, right? You don't want to limit your fundability options. You want to keep the bank guessing. You don't want them to know what industry you're in. You're going to go pick your own industry. You having your business name, your industry name in the business name by default, they're going to choose that NAICS code for you. You don't want them to even know what it is. You want to give them the code. So off the back, your business name, if you don't have it set up properly, it can get you denied. Right? That's the first one.
Hey, Juliet.
Yep.
Nice to meet you. My name is Takia. I'm a friend of Desmond's. And then especially for like credit businesses, right? If you have the word credit or any type of like financial or just like financial or credit in your actual business name, they'll deem you high risk.
Yes. You don't want to have credit. If you're doing credit repair, do not have credit repair in your business name. That's high. They consider credit repair as high risk. Right? So off the back, you're limiting your fundability options right there. You're limiting your business. Off the back, just going off your name, they're going to deny you. right? Did that answer your question?
Yeah.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So, like I said, make sure to choose the right NAICS code, right? You don't, so for example, if you got credit repair in your name, they're gonna associate, they're gonna just know off the back what code that is because you have credit repair in your name. They're gonna choose that code for you now you're off the back, you're getting denied because they consider that as a high risk business. So that's the importance of not having your industry in your name. Management, consulting, enterprise, logistics, bank love to see those things in your business name. A lot of the times I'll say consulting. Consulting is where it's at. Even with credit repair, you can put your consulting people on their credit. You don't have to say, okay, I'm a credit repair company. I'm consulting you on helping you build your credit. It's just about how you word it if you want to get these loans from the bank. And then now what? Your NAICS code is consulting. Boom, they love it. Right? So boom. You need a virtual address before you will even apply for your LLC. Like I said, a lot of the times people do it backwards. They go apply for the LLC before they even think about any of these things that I'm telling you guys, which is you're straight off the back denial off the back. Because now you got to go back and try to change things around and you're doing too much and now things is not going to match up in the system because you have your house address at one point and now you're trying to change. You don't do that. You're only shooting yourself in the foot. Put these things in position first. Now, when you go apply for your LLC, you have everything you need for a seamless transition. Get a professional email address. You don't want to use your Gmail. It's not going to work. That's another thing the bank look at. They see you got a Gmail, they're not going to take you. If you're not taking your business serious, why would I take you serious and give you some money? If I was the bank, if I see one thing off that indicate that this person don't know what they're doing, I'm not giving you any money. I don't blame them.
Shit, if anything, just kind of copy and paste any other business, follow suit. That's what a lot of these big corporations do that I've noticed working for my company and getting to meet the CEO and all that. He
Yeah,
telling me like little, insider things. Like a lot of these businesses, man, they copy and paste the same business format.
that's it.
Um, yeah.
They just want to look good on paper, bro. That's it. They just want to look good on paper to the bank. You are not doing anything unethical. You're not doing anything like you're being deceitful. Nah, you're looking good on paper so you can get the funds to grow your business. Whatever you do with that funds, it is up to you.
You want to know a good thing? I know I don't want to be talking out heads, but there's another thing I seen today, man. It was pretty interesting where this guy was talking about getting a $50,000 loan, and it's I guess the was it a business line of credit? It was something, but it was saying he was saying like it's like a 4 or 5 or maybe the 5 to 6 year term, and paying just the interest off first, and then I guess once you pay the interest off between that time, I guess the loan turns into something like an installment plan or something.
Installment, kind of like you're paying your card note, right?
Yeah.
So that's pretty much what it is. As long as you're paying off the interest, you're gonna keep your credit score in good standing, right? It's all about maintaining, keeping a good credit score so you can go back and go get some more money.
Could you just if you could, like I said, I've seen it on a video, but could you just elaborate a little bit more on just that concept of actually getting once you get the like for some people they may think like when I see that or hear that I'll say to myself, well, okay, well, once you make a payment, because like sort of like a car loan, once you make a payment, part of it goes to the interest that's owed for that month, and then the rest of it goes towards the car, right? How
Yeah.
would you pay on the interest itself rather than the loan?
So what pretty much what that guy was saying, he was just buying him time and I didn't know, I didn't really see the video, but based upon what you're telling me, what he was saying is he was just buying himself time to be able to flip that loan. You see what I'm saying? To be able to put that loan in position. You don't necessarily have to do it that way, but that's going to buy you time and not ruin your credit score. You get what I'm trying to say? So it's not a must that
Yeah.
you do it that way. It's just if you need time, let's say, okay, boom, your terms is whatever. What was his terms?
It was about, let's just say 4 to 6 years. I think it was a line of credit, business line
Right.
of credit.
So he drew it out 4 to 6 years by doing that strategy, right? By just paying down on the interest, which is gonna buy him time, right? Let's say if he get how much did he get?
It was 50,000.
So if you get 50,000 and you paying interest, if you're paying just the interest, which is like what, probably 100 to
It was
200,
like 10%. I think it was like 10, just like hypothetical, like 10%. So like what, like 500 a month.
probably like 200, like around 200 a month, 300 a month, right? If you're paying that, if you're just paying the interest, it's gonna buy you time to be able to flip that investment, to be able to take that 50K and create cash flow with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. So it's that's what it is. He just doing that strategy to buy him time to be able to use the 50K to position it to create cash flow for himself. Now, once the cash flow is created, now he can start paying on the balance because the cash flow is going to be paying off that loan for him. But he just needed to buy time without ruining his credit score, right? To be able to do that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, well, for me, that makes perfect sense.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. On to the next slide. Yep. So professional phone number. Yeah, you guys want to make sure to get a professional phone number. All right. It's very important to get a professional phone number. You can go to ringcentral.com, Vonage, right? You want to get a 1-800 number, or you want to get a local number, but the number one thing you want to do is make sure it's 411 listed. Make sure it's in public records. Because the bank, they're gonna look up your phone number to see what business is associated with. And if they don't see if your phone number is not in public records, you're not a legit business. How is people is going to find your business if they can't even find your business phone number in public records? Right? So you guys want to make sure to list that phone number 411 public records. And these are the different sites to go get the business phone numbers from. Any questions before I move forward? No? Okay. Yep. So now you file your LLC. Boom. Make sure all your information match across the board. You don't want to have letters and things not correlating with each other. And then 2 documents you need once you file your LLC, register agent, right? You can file with inc.authority.com. They will give you a registered agent for the free, right? And you want to make sure you have an operating agreement because you can do so much with an operating agreement. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Obviously there's more into it after you file your LLC, but that's for a whole nother day. I just want to give you guys the understanding of how to structure your business the right way before you go apply for your LLC. Does anybody
I
have any questions? Yeah, go ahead.
That's a good class.
I did throw in the chat. If y'all want to see, it's a link in there that shows just a few of high versus low risk SIC codes.
Yep. Y'all take advantage of that link for sure.
Bet.
But other than that, you guys have any questions? What do you guys, so what did you guys take from this call?
Just be ready until you're ready.
Yep. Be ready until you're ready. Any other main thing that you guys took from the call that stuck out?
I noticed, I mean, kind of basically what bro said, but it's just like it's very simple. Um, it's just not really hard. If anything, uh, it's like what like four main things that you just or give or take four main things. You know, the business name, the SIC code, virtual address, well, whatever, 4 or 5. Those registered agent and operating agreement, all that shit should come with the fucking when you apply online. What you said, Inc. 30, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So basically, it's like just for us to beat the underwriting process. That's the main goal.
That's the main goal.
Yeah.
If you want to go get funding. If you want to get funding, this is the blueprint to follow. If you just want to start a business and fund it yourself, then you can go do whatever. You know what I'm saying? You could just go start an LLC real quick, name it whatever you want to name it. You see what I'm saying? And whatever. If you already
What
have,
banks would you recommend?
so I typically recommend anything that's credit union.
Okay.
Focus on credit unions, right? So credit unions are like local banks that tend to give higher credit limit. You may have Navy Federal in your area, you may have other credit unions in your area, right? But just depending on what credit unions, look for local credit unions in your area if you want to open up a new business bank account. Always go for credit unions. They're real generous because credit unions, they're set there to give loans to the people, the community, to grow the community, right? These bigger banks, they're in it for the profit. Credit unions, they're there to put money back into small businesses and make money off the interest and grow that community. That's what the small credit unions are for. So I typically recommend opening up business bank accounts with credit unions and getting your virtual office address around credit unions.
I heard DCU was a good bank to start. It's like one of those newer banks that started. It's a new credit union,
Yeah.
DCU or something like that. Like they got really good rates.
Yep. So if you guys just you guys that's the thing. You can just go on Google, look up credit unions near me, and you're gonna see a list of different credit unions. Awesome, awesome. Anybody have any question? Any question at all?
I do have a question. I had a credit business before,
Yeah.
and I stopped just because I felt like it was a little overwhelming.
Yeah.
But like getting this information and like brushing back up on it is good. And I was just wondering like how do I join this community just to like exchange knowledge and just like
Let me send you the link. Actually, I'm gonna send Des the link. He can send it to you because I don't have your info. Or
okay.
um, let me see.
Well, you just got copying the school link.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, I just sent her the link. Then well, I'm sending it now.
Oh, okay, you already had it. All right, bet, bet, bet. Yeah, join now so I can let you in. I can,
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
no problem, no problem. And just make sure to introduce yourself when you get in the group.
Okay.
That's it. And just state your goals for 2025 and where you're from and your goals for 2025.
All
Yeah.
right, thank you.
Awesome, awesome. No problem, no problem. Anybody else have any questions at all? What do you guys think? Was this information valuable?
Yes.
Most definitely, most definitely. This Rich is a new guy. That's how you pronounce it, Richa?
No, it's Richard.
Richard. Nice to meet you, man. Where you from?
I'm from Europe, but I live in Colorado.
Oh, okay. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Awesome.
I
So
was gonna say,
did you just join the group today?
Today or yesterday?
Oh, yesterday.
One of, I think it was yesterday. Yes.
Awesome, bro. Glad to have you on board. Glad to have you on board. Let me know, if you need credit repair, whatever you need. If you want to, position your business, you want to get funding, just reach out to me in the school app. We'll make it happen for you.
Okay, that's why I'm here for. Thank you.
No problem, no problem, no problem. Anybody else have any question at all before we depart ways? typically 10 to
Next meeting is Thursday, right?
yeah, so it's every Monday and Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern time. 8 p.m. Eastern time every Monday and Thursdays. You know, we're gonna be giving you guys the sauce. The sauce. Next week, I'm gonna put you guys on to how to really structure out how to build business credit. Give you guys the template. So yeah, other than that, we are lit. No questions. Going once, going twice. Sold. All right, awesome. Well, it was really nice you know, exchanging this information to you guys. And I hope you guys took notes, and I hope you guys take full advantage of this, because this is what can separate you from getting funding to start up that business that you want to start up, and can literally get you denied, right? Just missing one of these things that's on the list is going to get you denied for a fact if you want to go apply for funding, right? And it's a whole nother ball game when it comes to high limit funding. I'm talking when you want to start getting 200K, 300K, 400K, right? It's a whole nother business, different business structure. As the group get, you know, bigger and bigger, I'm gonna just keep giving you guys more and more and more free game as we go. And hopefully you guys take full advantage of it. Awesome. Well, it was nice talking to you guys. I'll see you guys on Thursday.
Yes, sir.
All righty.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
No problem.
Thank you.
No problem. All right. Bye-bye.